I found a game that is literally Battlefront 2 in VR. It's called Contractors, and it's a PC VR and Quest cross-platform first-person shooter. The default game is similar to Onward and Pavlov, but has the best qualities of each game. Now to actually get the game to be just like the Clone Wars, you need mods. But fortunately, the game has a built-in mod manager that automatically installs the required mods for whatever lobby you join in. For example, if I just installed the game and I go to multiplayer, find a game with the Clone Wars loadout, then join it, it'll automatically install the loadout and map that is currently selected by the host. Keep in mind that this game is $20, but it's definitely worth the money. So without further ado, let's get started. So when you join a lobby, make sure it has a Clone Wars modded loadout, or else you won't be using the blasters like in Star Wars. Once you've downloaded the required mods, you can just sit back and wait for the game to start. Make sure that if you're the host, you start the game, because people in this game do not like to wait. Once the game is started, you'll be prompted with the option to change your loadout or deploy. If you decide to edit your loadout, it'll open a page with the options to change your armor, your primary, your secondary, and your gadget. On the far left side is where you change your armor. There are 3 options no matter what side you're on, with those being Assault, Heavy, and Officer. Each armor set has different blasters and abilities to pick from. For example, the Heavy set is slower, but you get your choice of larger and more damaging blasters, including ones with shields, as well as different gadgets to pick from. Just like with the Officer set, you get your choice of dual-wielding pistols or a single pistol with a health grenade and a tablet for summoning different items to aid in battle. I can't forget to mention that the Officer also has a jetpack, so that's a pretty big plus. Once you've picked your armor set, you'll have different blasters and gadgets to pick from, depending on what armor set you chose. I'd highly suggest playing around with what blasters and gadgets work best for you, but my personal favorite is the Officer, mainly due to the jetpack. Now that you're done editing your loadout, you're gonna want to deploy. Now, most of the time when playing with the Clone Wars loadout, you're playing domination mode, where you basically have to capture multiple flags and not let the other team get them. If you're playing a different mode, just play according to the objective. Now you can go ahead and start playing and try to get as many kills as possible, because when playing the Clone Wars loadout, there's a point system that correlates with how many kills you get, just like in Battlefront. And the Republic side is very similar, but with clones, obviously. For example, if you're on the Separatist team, you can become a droid with a speeder, a super battle droid, a droid with a rocket launcher, a droideka, and even Count Dooku. Some maps only allow you to get a certain amount of playable characters, but most of the time, you can play as all the ones mentioned. Each character has its own special ability, like Count Dooku has Force Lightning and Anakin has a Force Push. And of course, they each have their respective lightsabers, which are oddly sized. You can actually deflect blaster bolts with the lightsabers, however, it takes a little bit of precision. To actually use the Force Lightning and Force Push, you hold down the grip and then throw your arm like you're tossing a bowling ball, whilst releasing the grip button. Now you're free to experiment with loadouts and find what works best for you. You can rack up points to become whatever you like. Things like the speeders are a bit wonky, but they're fun to use. The droideka is one of my favorites because of the ability to roll around and also having shields. Also, some more tips about the 2 heroes, Anakin and Dooku, is that you can actually double jump by pressing the jump button twice. You're also a lot faster than your clone and droid counterparts, so use that to your advantage. When attacking with a lightsaber, try not to thrust or stab, instead just swing it around kinda like a pointy stick. It's the most effective way to eliminate enemies in my opinion, so make sure to give that a shot. As far as tips for the regular characters, don't forget to use your gadgets. I can't tell you how many times I've been blown up by an enemy's grenades, so if you're using a heavy or assault, be sure to use them. And if you're playing as the Officer, make sure to use the healing grenade, as that instantly brings you back to full health. Also, make sure you keep cover and don't run straight into battle, because trust me, you will die. That's gonna be it for today's video, but if you enjoyed it or it helped you, make sure to like and comment your thoughts below. I really enjoy making these videos, and I hope you guys enjoy watching. If you want to see a video on the best Star Wars VR game, click here. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.